How's it going, YouTubers? Electron Man. Well, we're going to do a little product review today. Got this little digital multimeter for Christmas. And we're just going to do a little, these are, you can pick this up of Amazon. As you can see, it's brand new. You can pick this up on Amazon for under $30, I know that. And kind of one of them wish deals. I've got plenty of multimeters, but this has got a couple of things that I like. Is one, it's got a backlit, and it's got a really large screen. And there's times that it's dark out here, and I can use the backlit, and this is kind of handy to have the nice big screen display too. But then we got to beg to, is it accurate? Probably, we know it's going to be accurate for like your general guy that's out there just checking, see if he's got 120 volts in the socket, or see if he's got 12 volts for his car stereo, etc. But we're going to go do a little deeper, in-depth review on this one. Let's see, what does it come with? It comes with some decent looking probes here. I'll put the link down below for the Amazon product this is, by the way. Let me go ahead and span this out. It also does some pretty cool things. It's got a little temperature probe here, which that can come in handy at times, especially if you're charging batteries or something like that. I can definitely see use for it. We'll check the functionality of it. I don't have a way to really, well, I probably do, but I don't know. You want to get that in depth with this review. I call this a general use multimeter, but I'm going to do a little showdown with it to see how accurate these new multimeters are compared to. I'm going to compare it with my 8010 Fluke 8010 bench multimeter, which I think we can all agree is it's a high-end multimeter. First name is Fluke. It's a bench. It's an 8010. It's I think I can use it as a comparison for accuracy, and we can all agree that that'll be a good comparison, just to see how accurate this guy is. Go ahead and pull the little protector caps off of here. Those will get lost in no time. You can bet on that. Probably the last time I see them, they probably sneak off this bitch before I get this video done. But let's see here. And I could tell you they could use the markers a little better, but my eyes, I tell you, the older I get, the more. Let's see here. So it looks like the middle one is your common. This is going to be everything but current. Left side will be current. Okay. Let's go ahead and just power her up and see what she looks like to start with. Yeah, this is one of them fully auto ones too, which, if you just want to pick up something, do a quick check, I can see this being really handy. But anyway, as you can see, it's got a really nice big screen, and I believe it's even backlit. Not sure how you do do you do the backlit here? I believe it's backlit. Not sure how you get the backlit part to go, but you hold it down, huh? Yeah, see, now it's backlit. And it also has an LED light on the back. That's pretty cool. Not real bright, but that's kind of a neat little, actually I didn't realize it had that. Does it auto turn off, or oh, I keep pushing the wrong button. We'll start with voltage. Actually, we'll start with auto and just see what does it do on auto. It says live. I'm not sure what that exactly means. I haven't opened the manual. One thing, I've got my bench power supply sitting here, and I've got 13.93 volts running through it. So let's just do a little quick. If you took it out of the box and turned it on, that's where it was at. Will it? Okay, just tells me there's voltage there. Okay, so you're going to have to switch to Celsius, Fahrenheit. Okay, there's auto. Okay, let's see what that does. Okay, 13. It says, well, stay on there, probe. It says 1388. Hopefully you can see that. 1387, 1388. Actually, let's do this here. Go ahead and bring that camera down because I'm not going to be able to show you that Fluke one. Okay, here's the Fluke one. Let's see. Hopefully you can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get both those in a picture. I just don't have quite the bench room for these productions I'm doing these days. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so we had 1388 on that guy. Well, we'll go back and do it again just to. How about we just put it beside it? You can read it sideways. $13.91 actually. What does it do when I go backwards? Does it just show it's yep, shows negative. Yeah, it kind of bounces around a little bit, but we got 13.8887. Okay, now let's go to the Fluke here. And it says 1392. So about what is that? 4.04 voltage. And by the way, the Fluke 13.92, my bench power supply is actually set to 1393. So round one goes to the Fluke. It was 0.001 off, and this was 0.004 off. Yeah, no surprise there, but still, that's, not bad accuracy there. Okay, let's get a. And of course, then you're going to run into the issues of really ohms and volts, and really ohms and volts is the main thing I'm going to be able to do on this multimeter. This multimeter here is going to do 9,000 different other things besides that, but this is going to do AC, DC, and volt, and of course it'll do current, and really ohms, and of course it's a lot more accurate, but even a little different. We'll go with a diode. Let's just see what a diode does. Okay, so we'll take a little diode here, get our check the diode this way. We got 6.60 on the Fluke. Flip the diode around and we have 0 or 1.0, which would be infinite. So it's showing that is a good diode. And then we'll use the other meter. So we have 0.547, that's correct. And then we swap them around and we should have nothing, which is a good diode. So about the same, actually pretty accurate reading on both of them, about the same. So we do know that it does test diodes just as good as my Fluke. Let's get into resistance now. This ought to be interesting. Let's take this big one here, just because it's easier for me to get the probes on, and I know it's a known value. This is just a 50 ohmer, and first let's check it with the Fluke and see what our reading is. And it shows it's 51.1 ohms with a tolerance of 5%. That is exactly right, 51.1 ohms. Okay, let's see what the big fancy dancy new meter, what this fancy dancy does. We'll put it in auto and see if it'll read the ohms on it. And it sure will, and it is reading 50.97. Let me see if I can get my fingers off of here. Fingers will make a difference. Sorry guys, it's hard to. So there is a bit of a discrepancy. The Fluke showed, what was it, 51.1, and this is showing 50.9. Not much. I mean, that's fairly accurate. Definitely close enough for government work anyway, right? So we've definitely
verified that it does a pretty good accurate job within, I'd say, 1% of what my Fluke is doing, which is not bad. I mean, I'd probably take 2 or 3%, but you know, so far it looks like about 1% is what we're running between the inaccuracy, and I'll definitely trust the Fluke more than I will the other one. But either one, both of they're showing. I will say this is, you know, a lot handier than the Fluke. As far as the Fluke, I kind of got to know what I'm doing. I gotta hit switches. You know, if I want to test a diode, I gotta switch it over to diode. This, you know, this one here. Well, on diodes, I did find out you have to switch it over to diode test on this. It doesn't auto diode test, but it definitely auto tests ohms and voltage, which makes it kind of nice. You just power it on and throw the probes on it and run. Not quite as accurate, but pretty close. But you know, here's where the big difference is going to get, because guess what? Now I kind of got to just take the Fluke and move it out of the way, because it's done. I mean, essentially, I have I mean, it's done. Essentially, I've tested everything that I could test on the Fluke. It's a, you know, it's a bench voltmeter, and it does current. We could do current, but I don't really see any need to do that. And other than that, I mean, it does go to 20 mega ohm, but anyway, I mean, okay, guys, I have tested all the different stuff you can do on this guy. Temperature works good. I gave myself temperature. I was 98 like I should be. Temperature probe works great. The auto works great. From everything I could tell, it's about 1% in accuracy to the Fluke 8010. So, I mean, hey, that's a win in my book. I can't say that I won't be able to use this on the bench. I mean, 1%. I really need to get any more accurate than that. I'll get the oscilloscope out or use my Fluke. But I could definitely, with the big display, I think this is going to be a handy little item. That's the only other thing I'd really like to add to my bench that I don't have right now is I need a microvoltmeter. I've been working with tubes, and those can come in really handy with working with tubes. But other than that, all I'm off into the weeds. That doesn't have anything to do with the review of this ET8134. But I give this guy 5 stars. I mean, accuracy's not bad, and versatility, I mean, it just, I hate to say it, but it just kicks the Fluke's butt. I mean, you got temperature, you got capacitance, you've got RMA. I mean, you just got a lot of different things that you do not have on the older bench model that I had. And I mean, this, you know, I can go check stuff on the car. I can lay this on the bench with the big display. It'll come in handy, and for under $30, I think it's a pretty decent little meter. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, please take a chance to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is the Electron Man. Oh, and have a great day.